Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing Ezra, and Miriam was ready with her thoughts.
Yes, as I was saying, I said lots of lessons to learn, and really it's about our presence on social media. First of all, it's not, we need to teach our children. For some of us who are already adults, if you know you have made this mistake, realize that these things you have done on social media will be there forever.
Yeah.
So, as I said, you know, my children's school has sent us something just as a reminder for us to have this conversation with our children. And then I now heard this. Now I haven't had this conversation with the children yet because of all the other scary things that were involved. But you know, the conversation I'll be having with my children is, whatever it is you put online, however it is you think you feel today, in 10 years, in 50 years, in 20 years, whatever it is, it will come back and it will bite you. Think properly before you decide to put anything on there. So if you look at Ezra's tweets, as we've condemned it like we have, right? Some people have begun to say, well, we did not actually see him do it. He just posted it. It may have been dark humor. Dark humor or not, this is how he's being looked at now. He will be investigated deeply and properly because of what he's done. See all the things that he's already losing because of what he thought was dark humor. Or he thought, let me shock them. And you know how we can be as young people. You know how young people can be, which is, you know, let me come online, let me create controversy. Let me say something that everybody will be so shocked just because you want followership. There are consequences for every kind of behavior. So sometimes when you hear somebody tell you, don't do it this way or don't do it that way, nobody's jealous of you because that's what people like to think. She's jealous of me, she can't do it. No one is jealous of you. It's just that there are some things that I can't believe I'm at that age when I'm saying it. An adult sitting down. That's you standing on an iroko tree. You will not see, and this is what is happening right now. So now to the content of what he said. For me, what really stood out is when he alluded to 12-year-olds. Like how sick. I don't even want minor. People will be thinking maybe I'm talking of 16, 17. 12. He mentioned a 12-year-old. 12
multiple times.
Like what kind of shock value do you want to say? Because I know people like this, they would eventually have lawyers who will back them, right? So but what kind of why are you looking at a 12-year-old? Why are you talking about a 12-year-old? Why is a 12-year-old in your mouth in that way?
Yeah, that's sickness now.
There's something truly wrong. And yes, I know some people will say maybe the person was sick. I think it's this behavior of being controversial. I want to show them you know, I have shock value. Even you know, I don't like to judge people for the way they look, but even the way he looks, it's almost like shock value. Just see what I can do, what I can wear, what, you know, and he's taking it where people can forgive it, like, oh, okay, it's fashion or something, and that's fine. But when you associate, when you now put that look with the words that he has tweeted, then you now start to think, okay, there must be something really wrong going on with this person. Then we talk about all the animals that he's putting in there.
God.
There, and you know, tweets are also coming out of people who are part of his community who have tweeted about animals. Some people are now bringing up other posts of different people who have tweeted about animals in that way.
Hey.
So parents, we need to do real conversation with our children. When we were growing up, I don't know if you remember watching Glamour Girls. And there was a scene that's supposed to show that girls then were involved with animals. And I remember my mother sitting down and making a conversation about it. You know, it was a conversation we used to have. I don't know if our children today hear that sort of conversation. So please, let's warn these children. There's nothing. If you feel, like my children say, if you feel any shock value, come and tell it to me. And then we'll dissect it and I'll teach you what it is that you're, because they will meet a lot of, you know, they'll hear a lot of things. Now, what makes this even more dangerous is what he stands for, what he represents. It's not just wealth. It's intelligence.
Brilliant.
He's brilliant. He created something. He's innovative. He's such a... So a lot of young people are looking to him. And you know, when they look up to you, they also want to act like you, dress like you, talk like you, be you. And that is why I feel that we should not let this thing just slide, so that the future of our young children will not be derailed because they think a particular person, you know, represents what they have. So intelligence is one thing, genius is one thing, but without ethics, without morality, morals, it's useless completely.
Okay, I remember there was a viral video one time where I think they were receiving an award and he passed, and the former president,
at the OON, he was conferred an OON title.
Yes, and when he passed, the former president, that's President Buhari, looked at him. You know, he trended for a while, like, who is this person dressed like this? He didn't say anything, but the look he gave, Nigerians followed it.
Was he dressed the same?
Yes, he dressed, you know, he's in his fluid kind of dressing now.
No,
it was fluid. To the extent that
it was almost
Baba looked
like,
at him.
Who are this kind of dressing?
Yes, people followed that look, like it was strange to him. You know him now, elderly man, and be wondering in his mind, why is this man looking this way, you know? But the question I want to ask now is, I like the fact that he highlighted intelligence. Many times our young people we always preach be intelligent, you know, have value, have content, develop yourself, work hard so that it speaks for you, you know, instead of following all those people that dance and shake bum on television, follow those ones that are creating, that are innovating, that, you know, and all of that. And we have this in this person, which many people will see, he's intelligent, he's a creator, he's an innovator, he's into tech, he's one of the best, he has made so much, and all of that. And then a lot of young people will follow
the path
because they want to be creators as well. And in following, they will now realize that, oh, he has some habits. There's a way he dresses. There's a way he looks. There's a way he does this. And they also want to copy.
You know,
now, how do we want to help our young people? That it's okay to pick what you want out of someone, but don't take everything. Don't take things that don't align with your value. You can take some, but don't take everything if it doesn't align with your values.
Honestly, that's why I want us to maturity.
Focus on.
And they would grow into it. At the young age, very few people will see somebody they really admire and not copy the person to stupor. By nature would copy. We all we do is we copy, we learn. It's not, copy might seem like what I done, but we're learning. We human beings are observers. We observe, we learn, we repeat it. That is good, it favors us. If it's not good, then you see where it ends up. So for me, when I look at this, what are the things that comes to my mind? As a parent, and this is because I'm a parent, and I'm a parent of boys, so you can see, like, the conversation was very, very, I didn't even let it land before I started discussing it. Because I felt like, as parents, we focus so much on academic excellence. And sometimes we don't prioritize values, morals,
character,
and character. You know, like, you pass. A1. Innovation, like, we just focus on, you must be an excellent student academically. And we don't realize sometimes some of the pressure that comes with, or whatever else, whatever other outlets the child is using to cope with whatever reality is dealing with. As parents, we need to see everything. See the academic excellence. Push for it. Push for moral. Push for character. Ethics, push for values. Push for character. Let's focus on well-rounded children. Then when you spoke about imitation, like I said, children would imitate. Our job is to just keep giving balance and hoping that they have enough. We put enough in them that will help them decide that, okay, I like this, I don't like this. But I wanted us to highlight something. Money. When people have made money, or people become very, very wealthy, we are not as judgmental of them when we see, we are not as critical, let me not say judge, we are not as critical of wealthy people when they do things that are out of character, out of morals, out of ethics, things that
why do you think that is?
I think because they have money, and sometimes unconsciously the wealth and power they have just sort of makes us feel like it's not everybody. And then if you don't judge them, or if you criticize them, you are seen as criticizing the wealth they have or not understanding the wealth they have, because there are many things he has done that he has displayed that people look at it and feel like we all would say it's wrong, but how many of us said it was wrong when it was happening? We just
didn't see.
He's just allowed to do.
We
just thought he was allowed to do what he was meant. His freedom. We are in a stage of freedom, and in this season of freedom, we're seeing a lot of things that are unusual. On social media, there are plenty of people that are cross-dressing and we're seeing them, and we're following them. But Bobrisky still trend till tomorrow.
Yeah, let me ask Sedani a question. Do you think that bad or good attitude should affect your work? You know, when you hold a position of leadership, for instance, and you're excellent, you're doing well, you're brilliant and all of that. But then something happens, and because of your character, you are asked to either resign or leave the position. Do you think we should merge it together or find a way to separate what you have done from the work that you're doing? And I'll let you answer when we come back after this break. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay,
go ahead.
They have not even started.
Okay, you
Okay, so I think your question is how can we separate character and attitude? You're a nice person, and you see, it will be difficult. This is not the wheat from the chaff, because your makeup as a human is made up of these compositions. Your brilliance, your knowledge, of course you have a brain, it should function, normal things, you understand, and of course character is involved, traits, and some of these things we realize that we picked from DNA. And that's why you see people say, oh, he acts so much like his grandfather, oh, he talks so much like his mom, oh, your voice and your sister's voice. So we pick some things that we might not be able to really work on in our DNA, but people try to work on it. Now, being a nice person, being this very open boss, don't also forget that he has family members, he has a workplace. This attitude might affect the people at the workplace, forgetting that he's brilliant at work. If you bring up on a bad attitude, it's like a flat tire, you're not going anywhere with it. You lump it up on other people, and as such, he moves on. And people will say, ah, that man, he's very nice, he's generous, but... So how do we now work against these bots? There will always be a bot, but it depends on these bots that you have. Some bots shift towards 70%, and some bots are just about 30%. You say, ah, the man is very good, but you know, he's just a bit stingy. So there are different dynamics to people. I do not think, as I said, you can really separate it. You can only work on it. If people perceive that you're a nice person, you understand, it's because you have shown it involuntarily sometimes. Voluntarily sometimes. Some of these traits, there are things that when you get to some peak, okay, let's look at anger as an emotion. It's not everybody that can manage anger. Some people at the slightest of provocation, they have busted 0 to 100. And some people, you keep stretching them like rubber band. Even you that is stretching, you'll be knowing that this is supposed don't cut. But it will not cut because they have been able to learn and to train themselves on threshold. Now, I think that this story now, the only thing that colors it is the polyandrous matter, because it wasn't really supposed to be our business as they have made it. So some people knew, some people could cope with it. He has family members, he has siblings, he has friends, he's dating, the people he's dating also have friends. So I want to believe that a lot of people know him and know these about him. But a lot of people has not covered the significant amount of we that now know now.
And what we are now knowing.
And what we are now knowing, which ordinarily we can say is not supposed to be our business. But when your attitude affects me, it is my business.
So we're going to also ask questions to those people who know him, who have known him over the years. Now that's known this part of him and did not see a problem with it till now that everybody is talking.
You can't say they didn't see a problem with it. I've asked who will bail the cat. Like Tokwe said, when money goes around, it's in this part of the world, because we know that yes, there are money worshippers, and they say a rich person can do everything, can do and undo. Imagine people who have gone to prison because of things they didn't know, and because a rich man or a wealthy man decided that I will show you who I am.
Let me take this call. We have John from Akwa Ibom. Good morning, John. Are you there? Hello, John. Oh, sorry. I think we lost that. Miriam.
Yeah, can I just add to what you said? That question reminds me of the R. Kelly situation, where it was when he was finally convicted of being a pedophile and sleeping with this young artist from when they were 14 and everything, there was a dilemma, which is, this is a man who we say he's the king of R&B, all his amazing songs. This is definitely a lyrical genius, a fantastic musician, an icon in that field. But look at what he has done. And some people had said boycott his music. So lock him up, that's one, you lock him up, but also boycott his music. All the things that he has done over the years, let's stop listening to them. So they don't play them. You will not find it on mainstream media.
Right now.
They don't play it. But people were arguing. They said his talent is his talent. The work that he's done is the work that he's done. It separates him for who he is. So what you're asking also, maybe in this case, is do we stop using Paystack? Do we stop using something that has provided circle and jobs and and even a sense of pride to our country and our continent? Do we stop using that because we have found this person to be wanting? Honestly, this is a question that I feel that it's how we navigate it is quite bumpy. Yes, there are some things I feel that we can still, like with R. Kelly, I think it's easy to say, yes, I will not listen to music, but this thing that he has created, it just seems, okay, we will get that, but he must serve,
which is why they step down.
Yes, you serve the consequences of those actions. Where some people would say, no, don't use what he's done, is get them where it hurts, which is the money. Some people say, lock me up. Well, for how long are you going to lock me up for? But if you were to affect their business, take their money away. Yes, so that's how
let's come to a deeper issue, because we have to wrap up this conversation for the other topics that we have. His mental state was what came to my mind when I saw the tweets. And I understand that people put things out there for clout, but I can also decipher when it's not for clout, when it's coming from within. Yes. There's a way you write when it's for clout. There's a way you write when it's from a genuine place. You may, because everybody sees everything that's on social media as clout, a lot of people get away with putting their true mind on social media. Because if you ask me, I'll just defend that. No, I was just doing it for play. No, I was just doing it for clout. I've said what I wanted to say. I have meant what I wanted to mean, but we use that as a cover. Now, a lot of people hide under the fact that everything is for clout. So when I read some of those tweets, it brought to my mind a deeper question of his mental state. Aside from the fact that he's into many shady things, which many people have seen that have money to a certain level no longer do the normal, because the normal is now boring. They have money to now fund their fantasies, and they go extra. Even kings of old, all of them, they went wild. This way, that way, because they have the power to do that, right?
I don't agree.
But no, many
people started doing it before he had money.
No, so, and say money will now.
But they amplify.
Money now amplifies it.
But we don't know,
because we didn't know him when he didn't have money.
So that we don't lose the question I was asking.
Yes, that's what I'm going to. The mental health that you're talking about,
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot decipher from reading. I cannot decipher from reading.
Okay.
But I know that there used to be a time where this kind of humor was sort of acceptable.
Yes.
And people got away with it. The same way that men in your community will tell your little girl, fine girl, see your bumbo, sexy little girl. I used to hear people who say to 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, those sort of things. It was something that was acceptable. So there's also something about timing. In an era, there's a particular era where you can get away with some things. The moment you move from
acceptable for little girls, acceptable for cats.
No. I'm just saying some sort of humor, some sort of things that we say, that we could have gotten away with 10, 20 years ago.
No more.
Now we cannot get away with it now because we have more information. We
Just
know
look
what
at
it
the
means.
digging deep.
So those are the sort of things, he may say. Look at Trump. With all those things
that he said then.
That was acceptable. He said on TV, people laughed about it. But you cross over to a new era, it sounds terrible. So I think that there's that. There's another thing, which is something I think we don't talk about. It's just pornography. And the sort of things our young children are watching and where they are learning sexual education from.
Yes, it's perverse.
So, exactly. It's perverted.
We have a caller.
Yeah, so
Joseph from Abuja, and then I'll let Tokwe have the final say because we need to go. Joseph, are you there? Joseph?
He's talking about the audio is low. We can't hear.
I can't
can't
hear
hear.
anything.
So let me just end my
Okay.
sentence. That sort of, from that kind of thing, when you watch it, especially young children, they are heavily influenced by it. They are now, their minds, think that is normal. So we need to also start teaching our children. Don't be too shy to talk to your children about sexual education. You have to.
It is what it is.
Mariam already highlighted pornography as a perversion. Pornography perverts the mind and idea of what sex should be about. I also think that we as parents need to normalize having sexual related conversations with our children, no matter the age. And finally, let us promote values. Let us encourage character. Let us encourage discipline. I can do it doesn't mean I will do it. Everybody's doing it. Let's celebrate the people that do not do what is normal, like what is popular but is wrong. Whatever is wrong, even if it is popular, does not make it right. It's still wrong.
Yeah.
So for me, Paystack has done the right thing. The parents and family of Ezra should rally around him and offer him not just consolation, therapy.
Yes,
because he needs it.
I like that you went there. Thank you so much for your contributions on this topic. That's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we'll move on to another topic for today. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.